So this is the first cranky that I've made that is set specifically to music. So most of the ones that I've done before have been my own little stories, and I love having some background music playing while I tell the stories, but I think of them as like bookish objects, you know, I'm a book artist at heart, and I think of them as little handheld objects. And so when a friend of mine, Tyler Ramsey, came to me and said, I have this song, it might make a good cranky, what do you think? I was like, oh yeah, I mean this is what was traditionally done, so I should give it a try and see if I can make a cranky that's set to this particular song. Now for me, and I think for a lot of other book artists, this is like a pretty big book, right? And so I was really excited, it felt like a big project. It took me about a year to do this from beginning to end. And the first time I ever performed it was at the Minneapolis Cranky Fest about a year ago. And I took my great big cranky with me, and I discovered a whole world of cranky performances where this is a really tiny little cranky. Because if you ever go to another cranky show, you might see that they're really quite big. There tends to be puppets involved. There's a history of these in a lot of other cultures, not just the Appalachians, where there's shadow puppets, paper cuts. There could be entire acts where people are dressed in costume and there's like lines, so it becomes like a part of a whole stage performance. All the way until in parts of Europe there were these panoramas that were sort of in a similar vein, but they would fill entire rooms, and the panorama, the scrolling canvas was painted with usually faraway lands, and people would walk into a room and feel like they were completely immersed in a whole other world that they wouldn't be able to visit in real life. So there's histories of these all over the world, and the way I approach it is still as a kind of a book artist. And so I was really glad at the Minneapolis Cranky Fest that they saw this and they were like, oh, let's figure out how to make sure people can see your tiny little cranky. So that's where we figured out this kind of projection method, so now I can actually perform them. So by the way, as a book artist, performing on a stage is very awkward and unusual. So this is something that's new for me, but it's been a lot of fun, so I really enjoy being able to show my crankies in this way. So this, again, is set to a song called Flare by my friend Tyler Ramsey, and I brought his record to play the music for you today. I just want to tell you a little bit of background for this story. It's actually based on a true event. Tyler was at the beach one day, it was late evening, and he looked out across the water and he saw a flare shoot up into the sky. And he got a little bit worried and he called 911 and made sure that somebody was going to help out this person. And then he had nothing else to do but just wait. He couldn't see, he was so far away, so he just sort of worried about this person who was in such dire straits and out on the water alone and in such trouble that they had to send up a flare and call for help. And so as a result of that, he wrote this song called Flare. What he did with his song is the whole title is Flare for Neil Casal. So he dedicated it to his friend Neil Casal, who took his own life back in 2019. And in turn, I've dedicated my cranky to my friend Jeff Hutchins, who took his life back in 2009. And so through this cranky and music work, we kind of want to remind people that if you ever feel yourself sinking into this really deep, dark place, into the deep, dark sea, that there is help out there available, and you just have to send up that flare to call for help.
I